Good morning, Allison. It's Mrs. Boswell. I have up on the screen the directions for the preparation for the essay and then also the directions for the essay itself. So I figured I would kind of go through it this way and hopefully this will help you prepare for the assignment. I do prefer, if possible, when you have questions like this, to meet with me either through a phone call or in the virtual office, but I'm going to do the best I can with this, okay? So I'm going to start with the directions for the assignment, the actual essay, just so that you have this kind of in the back of your mind. First of all, we know this is an essay. We know that this is an analytical essay. It's a critical essay where you're going to be looking at the play Hamlet and working with a character and a thesis. So the length says at least 1,300 words. I would say realistically you should consider 3 to 4 pages. If it's a little more, that's okay. If it's a little less, that's okay. I would say probably, though, no fewer than 2 to 2.5. Okay, that would be the least. Obviously, 1-inch margins all around, 12-point font, just the same way you typically submit assignments. And then it says, do not use outside sources for this assignment, but use direct evidence from Hamlet itself. So the premise is you will be graded on how well you defend your thesis through logical argumentation as well as effective use of the play as textual evidence. So logical argumentation and effective use of the play as textual evidence, okay? Organization, grammar, mechanics, and length will also be graded. Those are things I'm not really at all worried about with your writing, so that I'm not even highlighting it, okay? So let's go up and look at the preparation for the essay. In preparing to write a critical essay on Hamlet, you will need to follow the same series of steps that you would follow in any writing other than exposition. So you have to select a topic. That's number 1. You need to limit that topic. So you're going to be writing about a character and something specific about that character that you're basically going to prove in your paper. Okay? So you want to limit the topic. You can't just say something like Hamlet seeks revenge on his father's death or something like that. Like, that's a way too broad of a topic. You have to be more specific about what you want to prove. So that's the second part. Developing a thesis statement. Now, this is something that I like to call a work in progress all the time. Always a work in progress, because you're not going to have your thesis statement when you first start. You're going to have an idea because you've limited your topic, so you're going to have an idea about what you want to write about. Your thesis statement should be a statement that is persuasive in nature because you're going to prove it. That's the whole idea with a thesis statement. It's something that you're going to prove in your paper. But you don't need to say, in this paper, I am going to prove blah, blah, blah. However, I will tell you, I'm going to actually write it down here. This isn't related directly, but in this paper, I will prove, and then whatever you fill in this blank with is basically your working thesis statement. But then you're going to go and like delete this part and just use this part, and that will identify kind of what your paper is going to be about, okay? Then you want to create an outline, of course. It does not have to be a formal outline. It can be an informal outline. I'd like to just recommend that in the very least you make a list, keeping like items together, so a very loose outline is fine. And then, of course, you'll write a draft of the paper. You'll need to make some revisions, and then you'll write your final draft of the paper ultimately. So for this particular assignment, you're going to be doing a tentative outline for your essay. That's the ultimate goal of this first preparation assignment, okay? It's the one that says preparing to write a critical essay. So all you're going to be submitting is a tentative outline. That's it. This is going to contain your thesis statement, okay, because I need to see that. And obviously it's going to have your limited topic, which might be in the form of the title, or which I will be able to identify through your thesis statement. You may include quotes, but you can also summarize and paraphrase. Okay, all of those would be considered direct evidence from Hamlet. So you want to reflect back on Hamlet to support whatever it is you decide to focus your research on. By research, I mean essay analysis. Careful, thoughtful completion of the 3 steps above is essential to the success of your critical essay. Your teacher will analyze your work and may request revisions. So your writing is good. This is just supposed to be a pre-writing activity to come up with a topic, to come up with a draft of a thesis statement, and then a tentative outline. That's not to say that you can't change anything once you've submitted this, but this is what you want to send to me so that I can make sure you're on the right track. Okay, if you have any questions after you've listened to this video and you want to send me a message with specific questions, or you want to run a thesis statement by me just before you get moving further, that's totally fine. You can see I'm very good at responding to emails. Sometimes I get a little behind on the more extensive stuff. So, but I am available, and I'm here till 3 o'clock today, so feel free to email me. Tomorrow's my late day. I'm here 12:30 to 8. So yeah, there's that. All right. If you have any other questions, let me know, and good luck, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.